Hi, this is our Forex blog for December 4th, 2015, and our trading system did very well this week. I just want to showcase some of the charts and the trades that went off, and also show you the statistics, which, by the way, at the end of the day, after I fix some of the old patterns and add a few new ones, this is what I record each day. So we'll just start by showing the stats, and then this is Friday. You can see there were 41 trades, 509 pips, and we will show the average win to loss. And that ratio of wins to loss is what's key. Very big on Friday. 24 pip average win. The average loss was only 7.7. Thursday, also a good day. Tremendous number of trades. 59 trades, 515 pips. I didn't have time to fix many of the bad patterns, but they averaged only 7.5 pips, whereas the wins did 20.6. Wednesday, a little slower day, not as many trades, 446 pips. Let's sort this. I didn't have it sorted for some reason. Sort from largest to smallest, and you can see the wins on this day averaged 28 pips, huge, and the losses were very tiny, 6.1 pips. I believe this is Tuesday. Also very few trades, and oftentimes when the market's kind of dead and not moving as much, we're going to have fewer trades, and then when the market does break out or news comes out, you see what happened Thursday and Friday with tremendous number of trades. But even with 24 trades, 376 pips net, the average loss very small, 5.18, and I try to get the wins to be 1.5 to 3 times bigger. You can see this is just astronomically big, 26 plus pip average win, and again the average loss was very tiny at only about 5. So 5 times bigger wins than losses. And then on Sunday, Monday, which this is actually very good for Sunday, Monday. Typically it doesn't do more than 150 to 200. Also the average loss very small, 6.3, and the average win 24. So let's just go over some of the trades. And I have probably close to 30 plus different type of trading methods using Fibonacci's, all the support resistance that all the major traders in the world use, longer term trend indicators, all of our statistical tools, value areas, market profile technology, for instance, knowing where the market spent most of its time over the last day, week, month, 4 hours, hour. Here's a 4-hour one, and it tends to be a wonderful filter. Underneath the point of control, this is where it spent most of its time during the previous 4 hours. You want to look to typically go short, and above that you want to look to go long. If the longer term trends down, then we look to sell Fibonacci profit targets and such. But mostly we trade with the trend, although it doesn't appear to be in this instance. There's a ton of counter trend trades. As you can see in this one, small loss. Sold a statistically likely high, which was correct. It's not always. These kind of counter trend trades typically are less than 50%, but when they work, as you can see in this one, 40 or 50 pip win. Here's the dollar CAD, and we can scroll back and look at the previous day as well. This was a very active day. When the market's just doing nutty things like that, we tend not to trade, but there was a small win here, small win here. When the market's outside of our bands, we tend not to take trades because most of the time they fail. Here's the dollar CAD both days. You can see here, huge win, small loss, win, small loss, small loss. Not all of our counter trend trades are accurate. You can see 2 losses in a row, but this next third trade got back the 2 losses, maybe even plus a pip or 2, and only one very small win here, and also picked the high and got 40-50 pips on that one. Here's the Australian yen, and one of our methods is to find a trend. As you can see, it's slowly working its way up. When we have a narrow range rectangle pattern where the volatility gets tighter, when it breaks out, we tend to buy. Those tend to be about 50-50, but the wins are huge when they work, and the losses typically are smaller than our average loss, so it's definitely worth taking. You can see in this case it went up 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 pips. Here's the pound dollar. We'll scroll back and show Thursday and Friday. Small win here. When the market's way up too much, we start looking for counter trend trades, and it had a nice win here and here. It pulled back within our bands, so it wasn't up statistically too much, so obviously it's a very strong trend. We are now looking to buy, and then got out here with a nice 30 pip win. Probably lost 5 or 6 pips on that one, but got it back on this one where it went up over 50, got out at the absolute high, and rode it back down. So that's there's over 3,000, almost 200 different trading patterns that we look for, and on any given day you can see there's about 60 very low volatility non-movement days. There might be 15 trades of the 14 pairs I trade, and on extreme active days like Thursday and Friday there can be 40 to 60 trades. But there's usually quite a few trades, especially when the market's moving, and I prefer, and most of my work is spent on trying to find trend trades. However, as you can see here, here, and here, even though the trend is clearly up, it made more money on Friday going against the trend than with it. So it's very important to look at all of our statistical tools. And I don't show this in the class as much. Our longer term traders that have had our software for the last 10 years know about these things. But for instance, our containment bands, I use the DSP center line. I use 1.5 and 2. The market tends to bounce off of these levels. I also use our range projection, primarily the daily and the 4-hour, and also the market tends to reverse at these levels. So if you wanted to buy, as clearly the pound is in an uptrend for the last 2 days, it's much safer to buy at or near the lower band. And you can see nice little bounce, 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 bounce. I am a big proponent of Fibonacci areas, so we automatically calculate Fibonacci areas, trend lines. We measure trend slopes and such. This trade right here probably was at the Fibonacci profit target of this last wave up. It wasn't above the previous swing, and so we got short. These are the kind of advanced methods that are being used. So that's it for today's blog. Like I mentioned in a blog a week or two ago, our website was hacked. I'm still in the process of getting it back up. My main focus is on trading, creating automated systems for our own accounts, and the exact same trades that we take, we release in the software for you to manually trade yourself. And as you can see, there are a lot of good trades that show up most days.